Hi guys, welcome back. Couple of things I want to address before I get started. I'm sorry if the camera quality is a little bit different. I'm using my little point and shoot instead of my DSLR because it's like 5 years old and it's a bit battered and it's not having a great day and it won't turn on. So, but yeah, today I wanted to chat with you about my favourite art resources and what I think is useful enough to either invest in or at least take a look at. Quite a few of you have asked me to do a video like this, so I thought I'll make that this week's video. So I hope you like it. Yeah, I've got quite a few different types of resources, but I'm gonna be honest, it's mostly centered around drawing a particular subject. So in my case, it's like the human body. And I like to draw humans the most, so that's kind of what I've put the most time and money into and the most kind of like hours investing in certain resources. I'll start with this. This is Figure Drawing for All It's Worth by Andrew Loomis, and this was first published in 1939, which is quite old for, I guess it's kind of outdated, but it's really not. It's still very useful. It will obviously only fixate on the kind of ideal body of that time, so it will help you understand basic anatomy. It won't help you in the sense that it's limited, but it is a great place to start. But yeah, he had Andrew Loomis was an illustrator, like an advertising illustrator. His books are fantastic. I have all the books, but mostly in PDF form. But I decided that I wanted to invest in the actual like hard copy of this one because I like it so much. The book is split into sections, and there is quite a lot of, I don't know if you can see that, but there is quite a lot of text in there. And I'm usually one of those people that will just skip to the pictures, but I really do recommend reading as well as looking at all the different tutorials. It covers so much, like how muscles are formed and then light and shadow, and it's just really good. I really recommend it. You can get these from any bookstore. I got mine from Waterstone, so I'll leave a link down below so where you can download the PDFs if you don't want to invest in the full book. Next, I've got a couple of apps that I want to show. If I'm having a particular problem with a pose, I know a lot of people ask me how to tackle that. If I can't find a reference photo for a very tricky pose, I will use this app called Skelly. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. But yeah, you can move him, and you can also change if you want him like in skeleton form or if you just want basic shapes. But this app was £5 off the Apple App Store, so it's quite expensive. I don't usually pay for apps, but honestly it is worth it. It's a set stock of poses, like it has a pose library, but that's a really cool one. But if you don't want that one, he is fully poseable. But yeah, you can move him however you want. Obviously, you'll need a basic understanding of anatomy, like a leg can't go that far. But I do find this really helpful if I'm finding a particular pose really, really tricky. There's Skelly. And there's also Pose Tool 3D, still very similar in concept, about the same price. You can choose like a male figure or a female figure. Again, you can have it in muscle or bone, that kind of thing. And you can also change the direction of the light source if you want. I'd say this one has a little bit more freedom, but I like the basicness of the Skelly one. So I use Skelly more than anything else. Yeah, he's so cute. Look at that face. Right, now I'm going to switch over to the computer and I'm going to show you my screen instead of my face and stuff because everything else is more online resources. So yeah, let's switch. The first online resource that I'm going to be talking about is SenshiStock. I'm pretty sure they started on DeviantArt back in the day. Takes the most incredible stock photos and they're really well lit. She's got so many packs to use from, and I think this is my most used kind of stock image place to go. They do release everything for free, I believe, but every now and again when I can afford it, I do buy packs. Like I think I have this Expressions pack and a couple of others. I might have the Action one for the staffs. But yeah, I really recommend it. Like, it's a really good resource to have, especially if you're trying to improve your poses. And if you're feeling more generous, you can donate to their Patreon to support them. I've never used this before, but apparently they have this thing called SenshiStock Sketch, where it's sort of like... It's sort of like another tool I was going to tell you about, which is artist.pixlovely.com, and that's a figure and gesture drawing. You can choose what you would like to draw. I do believe they have animal one as well, but I don't really use that one. You can have standard, or you can have class mode. And classes will warm you up with figure gesture drawings and ease you into longer poses, and it's set up like a proper life drawing class. It will flash images at you and tell you how long you have to draw it. And I think that's it's a really useful thing, especially if you can't afford to go to life drawing classes. I do really recommend it. Anatomy 360 have this really cool program that you can download. I think it's only for Windows at the moment though, so sorry Mac users. It is really, really great. You can change all of the angles and the light source. It's really helpful if you're having trouble like foreshortening in a very odd kind of pose or angle. I find this really, really useful for portraits, especially if I'm trying to come up with an original character. Having the skull as a base is really, really helpful for getting your proportions correct and getting everything in the right place. It's free to download, and I think it's one of my favourite things to use. I hope this video was helpful, guys. Let me know if there's any cool things that you'd like to recommend to me in the comments. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye!